Welcome to a brand new video series called Go Programming for Beginners. If you are a front-end engineer like me, you must be quite familiar with the JavaScript ecosystem, right from coding in the front end to the back end. So why do we bother learning Go? Is it just for back-end performance? Well, actually no. Go offers a lot of features right off the bat. It actually changes how we think about computing. It gives us more control that interpreted languages like JavaScript simply can't. I have listed down some key features of Go. The most important thing about Go is the fast compilation and the execution. If we compare Go with other system programming languages like Rust, the compilation time is quite fast. The other main important feature of Go that it is statically typed. So types like integer, float, boolean are all present in Go. In JavaScript, as we know, that there are no static types, which can lead to lots of errors. On the other hand, Go is equipped with all the static types like integers, floats, booleans, which prevents us from falling into these errors right in the compile time. The other main important feature of Go is the automatic memory management. So, unlike Rust, where the memory management is manual, we don't have to worry about the manual memory management in Go as it has a garbage collector. Go also supports concurrency with the help of Go routines. We will look at all of these features later in the series. The other main important hook of Go programming for us front-end developers is that Go programs can be executed on the browsers now using something called a WebAssembly. We'll come to WebAssembly later in the series, so stay tuned for that. If we compare the different types of programming languages, there are two main types. One is interpreter based languages, and the other is the compiler based languages. In the interpreter based languages, we have like some language like JavaScript or Python, whereas in compiler based languages, there are tons of them like Java, C, C, Rust, and C Sharp. As you know by now, that Go is a compiler based language, which makes it fall in this category, which is a manual garbage collected language. Examples are C, C++, and Rust. In these languages, you basically have to do the memory management. If you remember C, we had to do malloc, calloc, realloc, and all those things. And in Rust, we also have something like free to free up memory. In the automatic garbage collected languages like Java and C Sharp, we don't have to do the heavy lifting of doing the garbage collection ourselves. And the language comes in with garbage collectors, which handles that load for us. Go programming language has a garbage collector built into it. As you know, that Java runs on a virtual machine called the JVM, which converts the programming language code into a bytecode. And that bytecode is further converted into the machine code. Whereas in languages like C and Rust, the code is directly converted into the machine readable code. Go somehow sits in between these two categories. The output of a Go program is an executable file, but at the same time, it does have a runtime which packs in the garbage collector. Now, enough theory. Let's go and install Go. So, if we go to the website called go.dev, we will be able to download the version of Go that we want based on the operating system that we are using. So, once we install Go programming language in our computer, we will be able to verify that using the command called go version. As you can see, Go is already installed in my computer. Now, in order to code in Go programming in your computer, I recommend that you install a very popular VS Code extension for Go. This is the official extension that the Go team has created for us. Let's install that. Alright, so we have installed the Go extension in our computer. This helps us with automatic imports and formatting of our Go code. So if you're coming from the front-end development ecosystem, we use Node.js for everything. And there is a very common file called package.json that you must be familiar with. In Go programming language, we have a similar file called go.mod. In order to initialize our Go project, we need to run the following command: go mod init, followed by our project name. In this case, we can just write hello or something. So as you can see, we now have a go.mod file. This file is for our dependencies, much like our package.json in the JavaScript ecosystem. Regarding the project structure, in this series, we are going to keep it very simple. We'll use some folders like CMD, PKG, and internal based on the requirements. The CMD folder will contain all the files for our main application. The PKG folder will contain all the shared code, and the internal folder will be for private logic. We'll get into all of these much later in the course, so you don't need to worry about them right now. So we'll create a folder called CMD, and inside that, we'll create a file called main.go. This file is going to be the starting point of our Go application. And in order for the Go compiler to understand that this is the starting point, the general convention is to write a method called main. But before all of that, we need to declare that this is the main package in our application. And for that, we are going to write the line package main. This line tells the Go compiler that this is the main package and the execution should start from this file. This program is going to simply print hello world. And for that, we are going to need a main method. And how do we write functions in Go? Very simple, much like JavaScript. We are going to write the func keyword, which denotes function, and then we are going to write the name of the function called main, and it is not going to take any arguments. And inside the function, we are simply going to print it out. The package that Go uses to print out things in the terminal is called fmt. And as you can see, the IntelliSense is suggesting us. This works because we installed the Go extension before. For this example, I'm simply going to use the println function, which automatically imports the fmt package as well. And I'm simply going to print out hello world. So there you go. Congratulations, we wrote our first Go program. In order to execute this program, we need to run the command go run and the file which contains the main function. In this case, it's main.go. If we hit enter, we'll see that the hello world gets printed on the console. So we successfully wrote our first program in Go, and we set up our environment as well. In the upcoming videos, we are going to go deep into the Go programming language, explaining how variables, functions, pointers, concurrency, and all those other good stuff works. Until then, please like the video and don't forget to follow the dev guide.